Hello and welcome to Madel Goes Racing, and today we're having a look at Assetto Corsa Competizione's latest DLC, the Intercontinental GT pack, which is 4 circuits, namely, I've forgotten already, so I better go and check. Mount Panorama, Laguna Seca, Suzuka and Kyalami. So we're just going to have a drive around, a couple of laps on each, just have a look at them and see what we think. I've already done a couple of laps on each one just to make sure I actually can remember which way the course goes. We're just going to go for a gentle stroll round. We're not going to try anything too drastic in way of trying to go quickly, because I don't want to make a complete fool of myself, he says. Probably making a complete fool of himself. Right, and we're going to go, like I said, just a quick couple of laps, and that'll be about it. So, first things first, we have people on a bank, and trees, and cranes, and yeah, you get the idea. Now, I'm assuming these are recently scanned. I'm just trying to think if Bathurst has been scanned by anybody else, possibly iRacing, I don't know, but I don't think any other sim I've got has got a scanned version of iRacing. But trees, not 100% convinced by the trees, but I've not been 100% convinced by the trees in the Assetto Corsa Competizione at all so far anyway, so so far all looks good. Bad choice of car when it comes to actually seeing where I'm going, because that's a very big pillar. I will say they've got a nice diversity in the trees, shall we say. I don't know whether they're lots of different models just rotated a bit. Curbs don't feel excessive, which is good. But that felt a bit short compared with a lot of other places, or other sims I should say. Glad to say that ACC doesn't suffer too much from curb grab, which is good, because coming across the is it Skyline, you end up with some trying to run the curve on the left hand side. So haven't seen any kangaroos yet. There's plenty of them around at the weekend. I kept thinking 3 or 4 times they were going to have to call a safety car to persuade the kangaroos to go away. Plenty of banging and knocking about from the road field. Like I said, we're not exactly going for a lap time here, so don't expect anything too clever. All very nicely textured up. Interesting to see what it looked like in the dark, but we're not going to do that today. I've got no idea what sort of lap time we end up doing, but we'll give it a little bit of effort. You find the lack of motion in the sort of crowds is a little strange at times. Yeah, this is not the best car for this particular circuit. Either that or I need a bit more field of view. Just a little lift through there, just to be on the safe side. And again, don't want to hit the wall, so I won't embarrass myself by being stupid. So it does feel really good going down the hill there. I don't know whether it's compared with some of the other versions of the track, it's got less reach there. It doesn't seem like it's wanting to make the car snap so much as you come over the crest, so that's good. It means you're less likely to throw the car at the wall, which is always a good thing. Nice vistas as well. And there you have it, a dog slow 2 minutes 12, but you get the idea. So that was the first of 4, and I have to say I like driving at Barhurst. I just don't like racing around it, because I always find that I seem to get shafted every time by being rammed at various points. But yeah, that's very nice. Laguna. We won't bother changing anything else, we will just go straight to there. Track temperature 38. That's a bit toasty, not too bad though. And straight in there. Come on. I really need more movement in the crowd, other than just one person going like that with a flag. It's too static. Now I'm going to go down the pit lane here, even though at every other opportunity I wouldn't bother, because this, I have to say, has the most horrible pit lane of any circuit anywhere in the world, I think. It certainly looks like is it Monterey? Laguna is, which is very much a case of a very dry region of the States. Whoops, a bit late turning in there. Now, one thing I did notice when I was having a go, I am sure that crest, I'd like to know when they actually got the data for this, because I'm sure, was it 5 years ago? Might have been more than that. They actually skimmed the top of that crest off to make it a lot flatter. Now if that's how it is now, I hate to think what it was like before they skimmed it. Very short lap of course, so... But at one point of course the pit lane was literally a bunch of tents, which is interesting. And there's me trying to convert the braking markers from feet into metres, or yards-ish, because I always get confused the first couple of laps on American tracks because they use feet for their markers. Slight lack of front end feel. My one main complaint about ACC, I'm afraid. Again, nice selection of trees. Let's try turning about the right side this time, that's better. About the 100 foot marker. Again, I don't think this is the best choice of car because it's just got such a limited view. I could probably shift my seat backwards or forwards a bit to improve things, but again, really nice vistas. I was so busy looking at the vista I forgot to turn left. And I have no doubt that was a terrible lap time as well. But again, very nicely modelled, nicely textured, not overdone. So, like I said, I seem to feel like the brow of the hill just before you get to the corkscrew is almost too big. But again, if this is as I assume it is, freshly scanned, then you would hope it's 100% correct. So I'll have to re-evaluate the next time I go to another track or another sim with Laguna in it and see how it compares. But I definitely feel like there's more to it in terms of brow. Right, Suzuka.
Give it all you got.
Remembering to go the right way because we're not at Sakito, we're at Suzuka, the real thing. Nicely modelled towers for the old power lines there. I think the audience is further away on here, so they don't look quite so static as they do on some of the circuits where they seem to be a bit closer. So I don't know if they changed the amount of crowds between private practice and race either. I haven't checked. Trying not to take too much curve through Degnum one, I was going to say, and then took a huge amount. Right, do not turn left, you've got to turn right first. So far, all looks very nice. Plenty of tree combinations, changes, differences. I'll get the right word out in a minute. I'm sure in a lot of other versions of this, that little side track just before you turn it to spoon, which I tend to use as a bit of a brake marker, is much more pronounced. But it is there. It's just looks a bit skinny. And that's another pit. Turn. Slight lack of front grip there. Slight lack of rear grip there. One thing I didn't check was whilst going through the pits, whether or not the garages are sort of all nicely stepped or whether they're reasonably smooth on the... That's one thing about project cars, not Suzuka, is it's got a huge steps where the garages are. I'm assuming the Ferris wheel lights up at night. Try and take a little less curve this time, that's better. Plenty of Dunlop adverts. Dunlop, of course, do make tyres in Japan, for those who didn't know. as well as in the UK. Now this little road here, trying to spot the curb on the inside this time. Say it again, all nicely modelled, plenty of. I'll try to turn it a little bit earlier this time and brake about here-ish. No idea how good a lap that is. I'd say it's very nice. I was just thinking, was there something specific I was thinking there? And I don't think I was. Maybe not. It's having one of those, my brain's just decided to think about something else. And last, and by no means least, South Africa's premier circuit, at least in most people's opinion. There are a few other circuits, but I think IIyama should be considered the premier circuit there. Now I am assuming, because this is quite high up, 3,000 feet above sea level, or something steerage? Or is it 3,000 metres? Oh, I don't know, I can't remember. It's quite high up anyway. Ugh. Good start. Trying to think. Do they model the effects of altitude on the engines? They should do. Because up this height, your engine is trying to breathe in much thinner air and should be producing less power and less downforce and less drag. Also your cooling won't work as well, so lovely vista out across the countryside there. I will one day get that corner more or less right. Again, lovely views. Nice selection of trees. Almost got that corner right for once in my life. Plenty of little bits and pieces around the circuit, little tents here and there, all the towers and was better, didn't go wide. Back end of the car getting a little bit slidey there. I spot a few palm trees on the left hand side there. I have to say, that is a hell of a view as you come over that crest. Now, can we get this remotely right? Because that says 50 metres, only 50 metres from what? I'm not sure. It sure as hell isn't 50 metres from that corner. I think it's 50 metres from the previous sort of little flick, which is a bit strange. So that is probably the trickiest corner on the course. Having said that, I'll probably cock one of the others up. Plenty of opportunities for running wide. Out the last two corners, there's certainly plenty of runoff, but plenty of opportunity to make a complete and utter fool of yourself by going way wide. But so that was it. A couple of laps of each of the 4 new circuits as part of the pack. There's also a whole load of updates to drivers and paint jobs on the cars and all sorts. So it's $12.99, was it? Which is pretty good value, I think. I was expecting it to be in the sort of 15 quid range, maybe a little bit more, 16. So I was pleasantly surprised when it was $12.99. $12.99? Yeah, $12.99. So I would say, as it's got at least 3 good circuits on it, I don't particularly like Laguna Seca, never have. It's just one of those, despite the fact it's possibly the most British circuit anywhere in America, in terms of having elevation changes and all the other things that a lot of British circuits are quite famous for, like Cadwell Park and places like that. And I love Cadwell. I really just don't get on with Laguna Seca, and it's not just because the corkscrew always screws me up. It's just the whole, I don't know, slightest runoff and you're in sand, and the amount of times I've caught the sand on the side of the track and been spun out. And I always seem to have people ramming me coming in the second corner, because the hairpin's actually the second corner according to the official corner designation. That slight kink in the start-finish straight is actually the first corner, but it's nicely modelled, as are the other 3 circuits, so all of them are nicely done. They're all excellent quality and good value for money, I think. But like I said, I will be avoiding Laguna Seca, but the other 3 I will certainly be attacking with aplomb, as they say. So, it just changed the picture. So, from me, for now, like I said, that was only going to be a quick look, just a couple of laps around each one, so you can have a look at them. But very nice. If you want to spend your money, spend it. If you don't, don't. But I would recommend them. So, until next time, from me, enjoy racing and goodbye.